with inboard outboards allowed. And then bracket class 700, these boats are lightweight, V-bottoms that are open that are racing here today. Single outboard, only 20 to 21 feet in length, and their bracketed speed is 60 miles an hour. Let's take a look at the racing grid in bracket class here today, Eric.
Okay, we already went over the boats that are in bracket 200. In bracket 400, we have 404 Simmons Racing with Jake Coons driving and Jason Solecki from Lake of the Ozarks on the throttles. Miss Stress is a canopied 30-foot Phantom. Jimmy Wessel from Fort Myers is on the wheel. Bruce Dudley is throttling. XINSURANCE Hartman, John Izzetti from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Your driver, Jerry Hartman, is throttling. They had a little bit of a navigational error, shall we say, in Chicago. They won't repeat that, I'm sure. Fuel One team is going to run, it's a 29-foot Warlock, but it's going to run 2 bracket races this weekend. Damon Murata Jr. and Sr. are running the boat. 443 drinknaughty.com is framed as most people know it. John Janik Jr., Michael Flamia, both from Key West. And the boys from Boston, the 34 Phantom Perdition, John Thornton and Brian Williamson with Saris Racing Engines pushing the boats. In bracket 700, we've got 7 entries, and that's a pretty good lineup because originally we had 1. 714 Shocker, Raymond Evans and Chris Colson in a 21 Superboat. Red Rum is a 22 Progression with Anthony Cruz and Robert Barneski. 742 Safe Cash, Marianne Stallcup, Scott Jobin in a 21 Superboat. Proven Marine, another Superboat with Greg Bludder and Craig Chittenden. Dirt Legal Velocity is a 22 Velocity. Brad Christopher and Connor Langheim. Piston Broke, Jeff Pritchard, Scotty Young, a 22 Activator. And Blind River Bar, Kluwat Cartel is Dustin Kluwat. And Owen Buis is throttling in the 22-foot Activator.
All right, so I gotta jump in here. The framed offshore guys from Key West, the reigning world champions in Class 400 in the old LSB Powerboat. It's of course a 29 Extreme that Britt Lilly drove. They have the new sponsor. They have Drink Naughty Rum. That I'm not sure that those guys need a rum sponsor.
Well,
they're from Key West. They're a couple of pirates, Michael Flamia and John Jennick Jr.
One of the most entertaining teams in the class when it comes to the award banquets. So
we love them. They love them. They're a couple of those guys that caught the bug living down in Key West. So we look at the XINSURANCE. That's your Class 700. We told you they're open cockpit, 22 foot, very lightweight boats with the 300 horsepower Blind River Bar. There they are.
A Mazda Miatas of Offshore Racing.
The Mazda Miatas. That's very good. And these guys, if it gets bumpy, they will get air.
Well, Owen Buis throttled this boat to World and National Championships when it was XINSURANCE TFR, not TFR, but it was XINSURANCE Statement. And he is back in the boat with Dustin Kluwat giving him some pointers for the future.
So the Blind River Bar out in the bayou and the swamp, I think they're watching today's race, and I want to say hey to them. The
gang at the cartel.
The gang at the cartel. They are a fun group to sit down and have a chat with, and glad to have them here in Clearwater. Looking forward to them joining us in Key West, of course.
Actually, looks like it's clearing up a little. I don't want to. Maybe I should knock on my head here after saying it, but the weather is cooperating, and now the boats are coming off Plain and Mill. There's going to be 2 starts. We're going to have the faster boats in bracket 200 on the inside, and then the boats they drew for lanes. And in bracket 400, your inside boat is, excuse me, just let me get to that. Lane 1 is framed Drink Naughty. Lane 2 is XINSURANCE Hartman. Lane 3 is Simmons. Lane 4 is Miss Stress. Lane 5 is Perdition. And lane 6 is Fuel One Team, the Murata boys.
So these boats will mill. If you're new to offshore racing, typically boats come into a mill and get pulled up by the pace boat and get lined up to start. We'll have 2 starts here. In bracket class 200, you can see their maximum speed limit, 95. They got the V boxes, most of them. They got to turn those chips in, Eric, at the end of the race, and they get monitored by tech control.
Can't touch anything.
Can't touch anything.
You bring it right back to the crane. You got to take it off the boat, give it right to the officials. The interesting thing is you could even run inboards or outboards in the class. So if you have a favorite, it's a way for you to take a boat you maybe already have and say, okay, I can go that fast and go race it. Instead of building a purpose-built boat, you can still build one of these boats and then still use it as a pleasure boat on the weekends you don't race if you really want to have some fun.
Yeah, I think that 3-second rule is going to be a big thing for all of these boats. It's been a mad dash to the award ceremony after these boats come in and they download the data, and you start finding four, out of 8 boats, 4 or 5 broke out at some point. And
this boat on the screen, didn't mean to cut you off, but that is the old jackhammer boat, the 22 activator that Connor Langheim ran last year. So let's see if, because Connor is now throttling the dirt legal Velocity Factory boat, so will Owen Buis and Connor Langheim renew their rivalry from 700 from 2 years ago, with Owen being in the Blind River boat.
And that's a boat that we saw Julian Maldonado cut his teeth in, win a world championship in Key West. The Manatee Marine boat, and now running as a piston broke. Julian Maldonado will be doing triple duty tomorrow in factory stock, in Cat 300, and in super stock.
Yeah, the Maldonados seem to have some family difficulties keeping their legs intact. Julian hurt his leg in Key West last year. Ricardo hurt his, so Julian's stepping up and taking all 3. And I believe his son Maverick is coming up on a year old, so good looking little kid. We like to wish them. But bracket 400, canopied or open cockpit boats, 27 to 30 feet long, single stern drive or outboard. Max speed limit 95 miles an hour.
It's 85.
Oh, it's 85.
Yeah, it's 85. That's our, and the GPS monitor for breakouts.
Yeah, 95 would be pretty fast in a 30-foot canopied Phantom.
95's for bracket class 200.
Yeah.
We got a good showing of bracket class 400 boats here.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is let's say you're new and you maybe want to step up to Mod V in a year or two. Get your feet wet doing this first. So now we got orange smoke. Orange smoke means that the pace boat is going to put up the yellow flag and get its boats lined up for the start. The start is considered a fair start when the official on the pace boat determines that no one has an advantage based on their position in the lineup, and then they'll throw the green flag. So let's see if this gray center console in the middle of this group starts getting up on plane, which we should see. Yep, he's starting to move. And now they'll, yeah, because out of the 2 in bracket 200, Team Woody has the inside and OC Racing is in lane 2. So let's see if these guys get them lined up.
Them lined up for 2 starts here, Eric. Class 200 and 400 are get up and start together, and then the second pace boat will gather up the class 700 boats for a second start. We're gonna have 15 boats out on the course at the same time.
Actually, rather than the Mazda Miatas of the, they're more like the side-by-sides that race in like the off-road races out in the desert.
Yes.
Those the Polaris Racers and things like that. That's what the 700 class boats are like.
You have a wide range of youngsters. You have more veteran racers that race these boats. I mean, Owen Buis is in this boat. His dad, Nick, raced with him.
Yep, was kind of Nick's resurgence getting back into the sport.
And Nick's partner, J.J. Buis, also cut his teeth in these classes. And these boats are up on plane and getting ready to start. Class 200 and 400 boats are out. They'll be running 9 laps today on this 5-mile course.
So let's see if We're still waiting. Oh, it looks like, yeah, OC Racing's taken off. There must be a green flag just off the screen. And we'll just have to see the how the 400 race.
So
now,
your faster boats are on the left side of the screen. Team Woody on the far left side of the screen. That's OC Racing edging forward.
That's Billy Glick on the throttles, who is a veteran competitor from Sarasota. Joey Oliveri is the driver. He owns the boat, also from Sarasota. And they will run this basically 3/4 of a lap. And when they pass the start boat, that'll be the start of lap 1. So this does not count as a full lap. Confirmed that with race director Roderick Cox this morning.
You'll see the yellow buoy coming into the screen, which will be the official start-finish line.
But these bracket classes have kind of been a resurgence for Phantom boats out of Sarasota, Florida. And here's an Extreme in 400. And look at this start for 700. It's exactly how it should look.
It won't. I'll tell you what. These boats are going to come in like a swarm of bees when they get started, and they won't thin out a whole bunch.
No, and if they do, if one gets an advantage and just pulls away from the other ones in a straightaway, that's probably a likely breakout. They're going to make up most of their time in turns. Whoever can turn the boat the most efficiently is usually where they make up the time. But OC Racing is out to an early lead in bracket 200.
Looking on top with the XINSURANCE Helicam, Joey Oliveri and Billy Glick out of Sarasota, Florida in OC Racing.
Another boat I'd like to see some Super V engines in it.
So
here's your bracket 700 boats. Trying to see who might be out in the lead, but
although OC Racing was leading, it looked like Team Woody had gotten off to a slow start, but it was gone through the turn here on the south end a little quicker. So we'll keep an eye on that.
I'm thinking Piston Broke is out front, and that looks like Velocity Dirt Legal on the inside. And this may be Proven Marine in third, with Blind River right next to him. So this is a good battle right now in 700.
Definitely Piston Broke appears just to have a nose.
Yep.
But this is going to be a 7-lap race.
This is a battle of the boats built on Long Island. You got 2 activators and a super boat. And now here comes Shocker, another super boat.
Good shot from Pier 60. Watch those boats cruise by now, heading into the 3-pen turn.
Yep.
1A, B, and C on the south end of this beach course. Long oval.
Paper clip.
Yeah, big old paper clip. Very custom to,
Whoa.
On the side almost.
That was Red Rum trying to make an inside move there. Another progression from Long Island.
Got out of shape. It's very easy to do. So now with as many
still
boats as you
holding
have,
position.
right back on it. But as is prone to have when you have 15 boats out there, you get this wash tub effect, where the wakes of all the boats start coming across and affecting the boats on the other end of the course. Back on top with who appears to be our leader overall, OC Racing. Now following the boats through the north turn, 3-pen turn on the very far side of this course.
This is Team Woody, the very popular boat out of Texas, but they're not running the way they want, I don't think.
No, I agree. Not at all.
And Perdition has made a couple of appearances this year. This is the 29 Warlock with the Carolina Racing engine, Damon Murata Jr. and Sr. Fuel 1 team. They're going to run again tomorrow in another bracketed class, which you have the option to do if you can keep it together. This is a Hartman XINSURANCE.
They had looked to.
It looks like they're slowing.
Yeah, they had looked to go around Team Woody, and now they're back up. Something little hiccup there, and now they're back up and running. They just came across the start-finish line.
Yeah, that was weird.
So they were in the lead, but they had some sort of an issue. Following the boats now, here on the shoreside leg. You see the long beaches of Clearwater here. And looking back now at our bracket class 200 boats, as they're going to come down the southbound stretch. See how they're sorting out here. The inside of the course, coming around that last pin.
I think this is for the lead in 700.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah, that's Piston Broke and Velocity Dirt Legal in second, but Piston Broke is using that inside lane.
Oh,
Dirt Legal came off lane. I wonder if
they're looking, hovering down on the dash and now getting back on the power. Wonder if they knocked the kill switch out.
Or yeah, could have been any number of things. So I mean, I had Piston Broken first, but now I'm not sure who'd
they
be
could
in
be
second.
having a Guardian issue. They're back off of power again.
And Guardian is something in a Mercury racing engine that's basically it's a management system that's installed to keep it from blowing up. You get too high pressure, it's going to shut it down, or too low pressure, it's going to shut it down. Too high temperature, it's going to reduce it. So it just limits the RPM so you can't destroy the engine. And this is Simmons Marine. Long-time winning race boat from the old Factory 2 days. Still has a pair of Mercury 500s in it. Jacob Coons is Jim Simmons' stepson. And they're battling with Framed, the Drink Naughty Rum. And Framed is using its, I guess, agility advantage in the turns to try to pull away and hold that tighter inside line.
And again, if you're new to racing, you don't want to draft behind a boat. You don't want to get in the wake of a boat. You want to stay out of the churn.
Right.
That is aerated water, and you get prop slip. You can also have your hull sliding.
The propeller doesn't grip as well in aerated water as it does in solid water.
Look overhead of John Jinnick Jr. and Michael Flamia from Key West, Florida. The Framed Offshore team, Drink Naughty Rum. DrinkNaughtyRum.com. They're your reigning bracket class 400 world champions. Back to our overall leader in OC Racing. Having a nice run.
Yep.
Team Woody having a little bit of an issue. We saw them coming around at the end of lap number 1. We'll keep an eye on that. Billy Quick, a long-time offshore powerboat racer, raced at the highest level in the extreme V-bottom classes as well. You look back at Team Framed, DrinkNaughty.com rum.
And they're leading, correct?
Best I can tell.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. With Simmons in second. Yep, they're right there.
That appears to be the 1-2 punch there. See still some potential cloudiness on the horizon, although that's to the south. Looking on radar right now, not seeing any major systems in the area. Again, we're in the 80-degree range here today. Yesterday was a blisterer. We have a little bit more cloud cover, not so much wind. The typical day here in Clearwater, not quite as sunshiny as they're expecting tomorrow.
And here we have Piston Broke leading bracket 700. Looks like Blind River is to the left of the screen just aft. Red Rum after that oop-de-doo in the turn. And Proven Marine are all right there. But it's Piston Broke holding a slight advantage as they come into the north turn Or is that the south turn?
They're
That's the south turn.
That's the
it's
south
the other
turn,
end of
right.
the course from the pier.
coming in at the conclusion of their second lap.
Yep. So they've
And
got
on-
5 more to go on this 5-mile course. Just about everyone's running the Mercury 300R. Some of the boats still have the 300 XS, but not many.
Good shot
The
from
Red
the
Rum
X-Insurance.
does. You can see the Red Rum has the older cowling, the
Blind River Bar in the mix as well with Dustin Cluett from St. Armand.
Oh, they
Lake
almost just
Warpaw.
they
Yes,
took a nasty hop in Blind River Bar trying to hold that inside lane. I think they clacked helmets.
Owen Buis in the cockpit with his old World Championship boat that he ran with X-Insurance last year. The bracket class 700 again overhead with the X-Insurance Helicam. True X homeowners flood and win all in one coverage. X-Insurance.
And that may have opened up the chance for, I mean, Anthony Cruz has had a good season this year at Red Rum. He's had checkered flags and podium finishes in quite a few races in that progression hull. So he's trying to make a run right now on piston broke. But we'll want to get them scored officially when they come by start finish if we can, just to try to keep track of everything for you. I was going to say that's someone that just broke out, but that was framed going by in bracket 400.
So Simmons.
Yeah, bracket framed went by, and so did Simmons. And what you're supposed to do, and if you're the overtaking faster boats, you're supposed to be on the outside of the course and offshore, because there's multiple classes running at different speed limits. It's kind of like sports car racing.
So there's Simmons coming up in second in bracket class 400, and your drinknaughtyrum.com team frame unofficially continues to hold the lead. Try and sort this swarm of bracket 700 boats. Miss Stress is in third, and Team Hartman X-Insurance running in fourth.
Yep.
In bracket class 400.
So I'll probably put Perdition in fifth, and we'll have to see where Fuel 1 is. Looks like Woody's back up.
Yeah. Let's see if we can sort these 700 boats out.
Piston broke, Red Rum in second, Blind River in third, Proven Marine in fourth, I have not seen Safe Cash X-Insurance, and that's Marianne Stahlkopf, I think, is making her debut on the wheel in that velocity. But
Whoa,
they
we just have two boats collide.
Yep, Blind River just ran into Red Rum trying to hold on inside, and now Red Rum missed the buoy because of it.
Red Rum's, they've got to come back around and get that buoy. I hope there's no damage to that boat.
It looked like maybe the cowling took a hit more than anything else on the outboard, but well, let's see if we can take a look at the replay and see what happened here. It looks like
a little out of shape
what happens here. Yeah, Blind River gets out of shape.
Cut inside.
Red Rum moved out a little bit, but then Blind River's trying to make the inside move, and oh man, that driver's lucky in the Red Rum boat, because he took that hit on his helmet. I hope he's okay.
Well, and then they not only they get hit, but now they got to go back around and pick up the buoy.
Wow, he's lucky.
See if both those boats continue on running.
Yeah.
It's like disaster was averted there.
Could have been much worse, so we just hope everyone's okay. But Red Rum is still trying to run, believe it. He must have known enough to duck. I just saw off camera, it looked like Miss Stress was out alongside a patrol boat in bracket 400.
About 2 laps in of 7 for 700, 2 laps in of 9 for class 200 and 400. As we look at Team Hartman, X-Insurance, John Exetti and Jeremy Hartman of Doylestown, Pennsylvania, and the Phantom.
Perdition's coming right behind him in the 34 Phantom.
This Phantom's It's got Chevy power. You look overhead of Team Woody out of Texas. The 35 Fountain.
Texas state flag on the top of the canopy. Is a very cool paint job. It looks, as you can see, he's dumping some ballast there. Chad Woody throttling, Billy Shipley driving.
Live coverage of the Clearwater XINSURANCE Nationals, brought to you with Race World Offshore by Leland Gas Technologies, maximum inflation brand CO2 and nitrogen gas cartridges for marine, motorcycle, aviation, and military safety devices such as inflatable life jackets and rider fall protection. Since 1965, producing packaged gas and related gas handling equipment, maximum inflation. A couple of great guys, and when that boat is running, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful fountain.
KT or KPE racing engines, one of the two out of Texas. They're a good-looking boat, fan favorite.
100%.
Any of the parades or anything like that, people love to see that boat.
Yeah, Rick Lindsay flying the XINSURANCE chopper. Neil Melius, who is sitting in for Parker Lindsay inside, taking the shots. This has just been a huge boost to coverage from the shots from the helicam.
Yeah, what Rick Lindsay puts into the sport and the coverage and bringing his helicopter everywhere, we're very appreciative.
Sponsoring teams up and down the classes, 2 Pro Class 1 teams, and all the way down to Cat 300, as well as bracketed boats. Team Woody. Boys always put on a good show in Key West. Final race of the Race World Offshore season, the 44th annual event, coming up the first week in November. It's like no other. It's the pinnacle event in offshore powerboat racing, a 3-day event.
With the line he just took, I wonder if he was headed straight back. But now we have the battle for the lead, it looks like, with Proven Marine and Piston Broke in bracket 700. Woody is heading back to the pit, so their day is done. But let's...
The Proven Marine.
Proven Marine has made a big challenge here, moving up from 4th.
Well, you got to remember the boats behind them.
Yeah, let's see where everyone else is.
Yep. So they're fighting for the lead right now. They were dead even coming through after lap 3. The question is, what happened with Blind River Bar and
Red Rum? Whoa.
Man, they are having trouble there. That is right where Blind River Bar.
Yeah, they're taking that turn tight.
Yeah, again.
That was Shocker that just went by in 4th. I just want to see who was 3rd.
And you can see the wakes coming across with such a paperclip course.
Yeah.
This is one of the pitfalls of such a tight course, and we'll look at that incident that happened again if you missed it.
Let's watch Proven Marine here. The inside boat, it's the gray one.
Yes,
it says PM on the side.
But you can see this is right where the previous incident happened.
Yep.
And the boat got out of shape, the Blind River Bar.
But he took that tight and he landed hard on the one side and came down on the other, just as trying to run an aggressive line. But look where it put him.
You can't steer a boat when it's flying through the air.
Nope. That's the thing, is you can't turn it if it's not in the water. So, and here's Simmons, Marine, Jake Coons, Jason Zalecki. Jim Simmons has supported the sport like no other for the past decade.
Yes, sir.
Towing that boat all over the country, actually the continent. And we're very appreciative of guys like him who don't always get the recognition, but stay committed to it. So
Simmons Marine following us all around the country, Lake of the Ozarks, Michigan City, Chicago. We look forward to seeing them in Key West, Florida.
Beachfront of Clearwater Beach in the background. Jake looking back. Well, where's the 3rd? I think he's running 2nd still if Frame's out front. But where is Framed? Let's see if we, well, they
get a wide shot of the turn. They certainly appear to be running. I don't see any weights in front of them.
right. That's what I was looking for to see.
They appear to have taken the lead here on lap number 3.
That's what I'm thinking, but we could try to find the framed Naughty Rum boat just to make sure we're not missing something.
Jacob Coons, Jason Zalecki appear to have taken the lead. Great shot with the XINSURANCE Helicam in tow, and now on board and over top that classic livery of the 404 Simmons Marine Black, your bracket class 400 liter.
Jason's keeping that boat flying nice, under control, riding level. He's a veteran, very savvy on the sticks.
This race right here on Clearwater Beach. Visit stpeteclearwater.com. Escape to paradise on Florida's Gulf Coast. Visit St. Pete Clearwater. Back to your leaders in bracket class 700.
Looks like Piston Broke and Proven Marine are still battling.
Now there's Blind River Bar on the right side of the screen.
Yep, they're right in third.
So both that came up and over on top of Red Rum, just catching the stern of the boat, just missing the engine cowling.
Yep.
They're running in third as we get a look at the Blind River Bar. Dustin Glewitt and Owen Buis.
This was the factory, the Velocity Factory team, the Dirt Legal boat that we were just on. Connor Langheim back to the lead in the battle on the end of lap 4. I have it.
Correct.
And it's still by a nose. Piston Broke, followed by Proven Marine, Blind River Bar, Clearwater Cartel in third. And I'm betting Shocker's still right there in fourth. Saying you guys go ahead and break out and I'll take the last podium spot.
There's your top 2 boats. That's a start-finish boat. We also saw OC Racing coming through. They are running unopposed at this point. Steve Woody is retired.
So they're just going to go around the outside. Those guys in those little boats must be looking at that going, oh man, that looks so calm.
Yeah, there's mistress on your toe at the top left of the screen. There's Dirt Legal. They're running in fourth unofficially. 3 laps to go in bracket class 700.
And that was a new boat built, I think, end of last year, because it was in Key West. So I think it came in mid last year. But Scott McCormick at Velocity Powerboats doing a nice job of getting the name back out there.
That boat paired up with the Porte hydraulic transom bracket. Brad Christopher, an old motocross racer, he suffered an injury in motocross and lost his
lower leg. Yeah.
Yep.
So to see him out here doing battle like this.
Yep. He wanted to be competitive. He said, you know what? I like this class 700, and it's a lot like jumping a motorbike.
Yep.
And so
he's got a pretty good throttle in him, Connor Langheim.
Yep. And Scott McCormick really helped him out.
Yep.
Set him with the perfect situation, get him back out there and competing. Teamed him up with the Porte hydraulic transom bracket, which he absolutely loves.
And RWO president Harry Blyle knows a little thing about Dirt Legal. They made his side-by-side legal to tool around the streets of Key West. That's what Dirt Legal does. They take recreational vehicles and they make them street legal, so you can't get in trouble. Oh, and there's the framed boat.
Yeah, there's the framed boat now still running.
So let's see.
They may, we'll have to try and sort them out.
Yeah.
We'll try and when they come back around on the next lap. So they're heading now northbound. There's your naughtyrum.com.
They don't look like they're slow by any means.
No.
Maybe they came off and started up again if they're not leading.
See where we can get them in relation to the Simmons Marine boat. But they're up and running strong. Team from Key West, the reigning Class 400 champions. They were racing with Hog's Breath last year. And
if we could maybe look back from them to see if we see another bracket 400 boat coming up behind.
Yeah, we'll check that. And they've got that boat running great. It's a 29 Extreme from Lily. Yeah, Britt Lilly actually raced that boat. It's a Mark Spates designed Extreme. One of the original hulls, like boatfloater.com is.
And here's
we'll
Chris
see tomorrow
Tolson,
in Mod V.
Yeah, and Ray Evans in Shocker. So we have them in 4th in bracket 700. No, 5th. Or well, I think they're about Dirt Legal got past them, but unofficial. We're doing our best to try to keep track for you. John Jeniak, Michael Flamia.
Crane Offshore. Crane is a
Tyler Crockett engine, correct?
Tyler Crockett engine, 850 horsepower in this little boat.
Rocket.
Good look now as these boats are heading on the beach side leg.
Yep.
Going southbound. So there is Team Frame, and then all of your bracketed class boats. And we're back on board with the XINSURANCE Helicam. Team Frame definitely looks strong.
Okay, the XINSURANCE
Hartman Motorsports
boat is under tow, so they're out. Certainly a battle of attrition in being waged in bracket 400 today. And sometimes you'll get that in conditions like this because it's not so bumpy that you can't run high RPM, but you're still coming in and out of the water and banging up the equipment.
Well, these boats, just like the Mod V boats, they've got big racing tabs on the back.
Yep.
They can be like riding a bucking bronco.
And those tabs, you basically want them level to extend the length of the running surface to help keep your bow down as much as possible. But
here as they went into the turn, they want to settle that boat down, trim the drives in, and it appears that Simmons Marine is chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Framed is still out front. Do you have that as the end of lap 4?
Yes.
Okay. So 1 is Frame, 2 is Simmons. Oh, and here's the bracket 700 boats.
Yep.
And
Black River Bar is following Proven Marine, it looked like.
That's Perdition just going by there in 400.
So Perdition's unofficially in 3rd. Again, another 700 boat. Just, boy, having trouble at this.
Shocker in that turn.
This south turn is giving them all they can handle. Dirt Legal.
Yeah, we'll have to try to catch back up with the leaders in bracket 700 because they should only have 2 laps, maybe 3 to go.
Two after this.
Yeah.
For sure, Eric. Todd and Eric here on the XINSURANCE live stream, the Clearwater Nationals. Eric will be doing a full recap after tomorrow's second day of racing, which you can read on Monday morning at speedonthewater.com.
And if you want to catch a story I just did on a great family-run business, the Sarases at Performance Marine up in Lake Bolton, New York. I got to go visit them, and that was a great trip. And here's XINSURANCE with Marianne Stolkup and Scott Jobin. And I believe it's her first race, maybe her second, but good to see new competitors out here. Not sure what position they would be in right now.
21 Super Boat, Marianne Stolkup and Scott Jobin. 742 Safe Cash. They appear to be in 5th unofficially.
And the Safe Cash has the new K9 mascot George, our new dog in the pits, with Derek Conklin, who's their driver and crew chief.
Immediately following this race, the helicopters will be going in for refueling, and then we'll be back after a brief intermission for the Pro Class 1 race today, and we have a full schedule on tap tomorrow, which includes more bracketed class racing, the 500s and the 600s, as well as Mod V, Cat 300, Super Cat, and super stock boats that are here, as well as another Pro Class 1 race tomorrow.
This 21 Super Boat, that boat has been around for so long for performance boaters running around Great South Bay and New York and Long Island. Great to see that company getting some kind of have some bright light breathed into it. Of course, John Cohen would rather see people build a new boat for the class instead of restoring older ones, but still pretty cool to see all these Long Island boats out here. I grew up in southern Connecticut, and the activators, the progressions, the super boats, the kryptonites. Oh, now framed is down.
Yeah. So
well, that's too bad.
They had a nice run going on. John Jennick and Michael Flamia in Team Framed drink naughty rum, and appeared they had the lead with just maybe 3 or 4 laps left to go.
It's sitting stern deep. I hope they don't stop. We're back on the 21 Super Boat. They're getting a good ride. Scott's keeping it pretty under control for his new driver.
It really seems that the course is very controlled on the outbound leg north. And then, you know, coming around here, we're looking at 2A, B, and C, the 3-pin turn. And but boy, when they get down in front of Pier 60,
well, I wonder if there isn't
choppy.
I wonder if there isn't something kind of wonky rolling off the pier.
Well, I mean, it was low tide about an hour and a half ago, so I mean, the tide may be picking out, rolling out, going.
Yeah, a structure like that can do funny things to wave action.
Well, true. And they're not far away from, you know, where the tide's ripping through from the inlet, so it could be causing some more chop, especially for these smaller boats.
Yeah, just kind of a cauldron, just bubbling up.
And with the wave effects of the other boats so close on the other side of the course. Here from the Porte Products broadcast booth, Todd and Eric. Porte Products, leaders in marine technology and builders of the Porte hydraulic lift system, the most advanced in the world. Let us build one for you at porteproducts.com.
Yeah, if we could get back on the leaders for bracket 700, I'd like to see where that's at. If we could find the piston broke and proven marine.
And down to the final few laps of this of these bracket 200, 400, and 700 boats. Of course, OC Racing is running unopposed now after Team Woody had to retire. And it appears that in Class 400 that the leader in bracket Class 400, the Team Framed, drinknaughtyrum.com team that had some engine problems, and see if they've been forced to retire.
All right, let's see. We're still on with the XINSURANCE boat, just passing the pier. Bracket 700 boat. And it was funny because when I first heard Safe Cash XINSURANCE, I thought like Safe Cash was something. They said, no, it's just a name. I figured it was, I didn't know if it was a bail bondsman or something, but no, it was just a cool name we came up with. But this looks like, is that Red Rum? Or Blind River?
Blind River Bar there.
Yeah, that's Blind River, so.
We get a look at the boats that are in the lead on that turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the north side of the course, and there,
Yeah.
we're seeing our lead boats.
So Proven Marine, let's see if they're chasing Piston Broke still, like they were. Or who's behind? Let's see now. That's Shocker. We had them 4th, I believe. Or 5th at the end of the last lap, so let's Proven is right here with the white and the gray hull. And Blind River's behind them. Oh, is that Piston Broke back there in 3rd? Yeah. So it looks like Proven Marine is in the lead right now. This would be the end of 5, right?
Yeah, unless we were unable to log a lap. We'll see if we get a checkered flag when they come through.
Or a white flag, maybe on this one.
But this could be the white flag. Yes. Potentially. We're back. The boat's coming around 2A, B, and C. So this should be your leader in bracket class 700. Proven Marine, yes?
Yep.
Or is it? Yeah, Proven Marine. Now, Piston Broke was in tight with them last time we saw them.
Yeah, something might have happened in a turn, or
see if we can follow our top 3 boats as they come through here.
they're staying glued to the water, running smart. But yeah, look at that. Looked like Framed was taking on water when it went past that.
Yeah, you pointed that out.
And now
Towboat, you see the towboat there.
Yeah, and that's got a pump. That's got a pump on it.
Yeah, OC Racing has already finished up in the center of the course.
Yeah, they may have pulled early because they were running unopposed
So
too.
you're seeing a flag being held there? Yes, that was a checkered flag.
That was a checkered.
That was
for Proven.
Yep.
Okay, so Proven Marine takes 1.
See if we can
Let's see who follows back. If Rick will put us with him. Okay, that's Blind Rivers too. Yep.
Blind River Bar, Dusty Cluett, and Owen Buis.
And Shocker is in 3rd.
So there was some attrition.
Chris Colson. Framed is taking on water. Piston Broke comes in 4th. They're just staying on plane and head straight back to the pits.
So they fell from
But let's
1st
see
to
if
4th.
There's a helicopter, there's a boat over, and a sea tow boat. If we could get to Framed and take a look at it. That's the boat in the middle of the course taking on water and almost sinking.
And then Dirt Legal we have unofficially in 5th here.
Yep.
And, you know, the boat that we did not see after about the 3rd lap was Red Rum. The boat that there was a collision.
There they are.
And there they are now. Okay, so they're
6th.
Again, all of these results in bracketed class racing are unofficial. They are subject to scrutiny with their GPS data cards being turned in to race control to make sure they didn't break out of their bracketed speeds. Looks like Simmons Marine will be your winner in bracketed class 400 here today, unofficially.
I just hope Anthony. I just hope the throttleman's okay.
Boy, you call that, Eric?
It just looked like it was sitting so low and it was barely staying on plane before. So I hope they can get a rope onto him and get some pumps in there quick. You don't want to see this happen. But they are taking on water rapidly.
Team Frame, the 29 Extreme with the Tyler.
Excuse my language, but that's going down fast.
Target Racing engines. I mean, they're going down significantly.
I think they might have hit something, is what we're hearing from race control. But that boat, the towboat that was near them, needs to be getting over there because it has the equipment to get a line on there.
And we're going to get back to you with more update and set the stage for the rest of the afternoon here for the XINSURANCE Clearwater Nationals. Thanks for joining us.